Here in Michigan, we have this thing called the Michigan Good Food Charter. Really, it was something that was developed in 2010, tons of stakeholder input. They had big conferences and meetings and brought all of these people that were working in food systems, local food, food distribution, farm to school, and all those different things, brought all of these people together and said, how can we create something that lays out what and a vision that we want to have for our state for the next 10 years around local food and food systems. One of the kind of strategies that was laid out was creating a program like 10 cents a meal. So what 10 cents is it's a way to reimburse local schools for purchasing local food for kind of every meal that they serve a local product in.
You're supporting local economy. You're making sure that these farmers are successful. So when you purchase directly from a local farm, you're really making a big difference in someone's livelihood. You're also supporting the education of your students to have a future where they have access to healthier food and the knowledge to make those healthy food choices for themselves.
It made such sense. Why should we be bringing in fruits and vegetables from other parts of the country or even the world that we have right in our own backyard? We're keeping those Michigan dollars, those taxpayer dollars that we spend a lot of money on K-12 nutrition, food service, we're keeping those dollars here in Michigan, making sure that our farmers are economically secure.
So as a matching grant program, 10 cents a meal requires that in order for people to receive the money that they have been allocated, they have to first spend the money. So that shows that there is an economic impact. So that's the good thing about 10 cents a meal, is that it multiplies the effect times 2 as to what they would actually be buying.
So that means if we provide a $10,000 grant, they have purchased $20,000 in Michigan-grown produce. So a $5 million line item in the state budget means that $10 million is going to go into Michigan agriculture in this next year. Again, local tax dollars going back to local farmers and local schools and local kids.
10 cent a meal is an amazing program. The biggest impact for me personally that 10 cent a meal has, in addition to allowing me to get more fresh, nutrient-dense produce on the plate, is giving back to the local economy. Economies get stronger the more times money circulates within them. So why would I buy produce from California, who already has the 5th best economy in the world, when I can send it right back here to Michigan, let that money circulate, help out the families that I'm helping educate and helping feed.
The 10 cents a meal program is really wonderful because it helps provide a little bit of an extra safety net for schools who might be afraid to go local because they're afraid of the increase to their bottom line. Everybody's working with tight budgets. Sometimes the idea of the cost of local food is a barrier to entry even before even exploring it.
10 cents a meal is amazing because it reinforces and affirms the work that we're doing. And I know that's probably not where most people start, but it says, yes, you're on the right path, and yes, this is important. So for me, that's huge. The second thing is it does help financially offset some of the costs, because one of the things that people said was, hey, you're going to this model, isn't it gonna cost more? Childcare centers aren't the most feasible thing to run. But what we found is that we actually, after about 6 months in, started to save money.
When we are working with children and helping develop healthier eating habits, we know that the impact could last the rest of their life. And so investing in that now is really important. And the great thing about 10 cents a meal is it's really a win-win, right? So it's helping Michigan farmers and it's helping the students that are in our program.
We found that the challenge for local farmers doing business with schools, early childhood education centers, or after-school programs is that they've not done it before. They might be familiar with selling to one of the bigger vendors or selling at a farmer's market, but they might not have had that one-on-one interface with local schools. So that's part of the work that we do at Groundwork, actually, is helping those people interface with potential customers.
You're helping support those farmers, you're helping provide them season extension and anchor business and long-term, usually large volume business with regular ordering patterns, which you can't say for very many types of accounts, but it's a really beneficial asset to a customer for a farmer to have that sort of reliable, regular ordering.
I hope that the 10 cents incentive keeps happening because you have to have a marketplace or else you don't have a career. And right now we're having a marketplace and it's starting to build. It's awesome. We have a few $1 million that are going into it now that's creating several $1 million more of purchasing.
When I first took over as director, they wanted me to make sure that there was fruits and vegetables on the tray. Well, it's hard to get a kid to eat an apple if it's not fresh. Now I know it's local, it's pretty reasonably priced, it qualifies for 10 cents, which helps me out. It's a win-win from everybody's perspective.
I think it's really special for them to have something that they normally might look at and not think is, such a good taste. But then, you create something with it and they taste it and then they say, wow, I love cauliflower, I love broccoli, or I love beans, so it's really nice for us to hear.
It's great to see the discoveries that food service directors are making in their relationships with farmers. It's fun to talk to farmers about the growth that they're experiencing because of their relationships with schools and non-school sponsors. And we have a much larger budget this year, and so we have, really great things that we can accomplish.
It's exciting to think that we are doing something that so many other states haven't figured out to do. It's terrifying to think that we see how far we still have to go, and other states aren't as far along as we are.
We've had the opportunity to learn as we grow, and I hope that others in other parts of the country can learn from our experience. And I hope that we can get the attention of some legislators at the federal level to understand how important this type of a program has been to our kids, but also to our farmers and food vendors who are part of the local food economy.
We've hit a good point right now. We want to make sure that everyone that can take advantage of this is doing so. And we'll add more funding to it, especially now that it's more firmly in place and the success is there.
From entrepreneurial gardens in urban Detroit to young, small or mid-scale farmers in our region and elsewhere in the state, to those larger growers who are going to grow more cherries than any one community can eat. We need all of them, and I just hope that 10 cents a meal is going to be able to continue to assist all of them in moving forward.